Greetings and welcome to the Faculty Files, brought to you by the Texas Community College Teachers Association. Each episode of the Faculty Files will recap the latest in higher education and share stories from the faculty who are the heartbeat of this organization. Listen and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. TCCTA is the largest and most important advocacy organization for post-secondary faculty in the state of Texas. Join today and take advantage of the many professional development opportunities they offer, and make plans to attend the upcoming Spring Convention in Frisco. We hope to see you there. And now, let's open the files. Early voting is underway in Texas, and voters are again being asked to consider amendments to the Texas Constitution. Unlike the U.S. Constitution, which is nearly impossible to amend and has not seen a change in more than 30 years, amending the Texas Constitution is something of a biennial ritual. In fact, we have amended the Texas Constitution 530 times in contrast to the 27 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. The 17 proposed amendments on the ballot run the gamut, from tax issues and infrastructure to judicial conduct. One amendment, however, caught my attention. Proposition 1 calls for a constitutional amendment providing for the creation of funds to support the capital needs of educational programs offered by the Texas State Technical College system. In an era where bipartisanship is hard to come by, this resolution enjoyed bipartisan support from both parties in the Texas legislature. In fact, a similar resolution passed in 2023 before it was vetoed by the governor. Texas State Technical College is a system of public two-year campuses where students obtain technical and workforce training credentials in fields for electricians, plumbers, and construction workers. If two-year institutions are the tip of the spear for developing the workforce, few do it more effectively than Texas State Technical College. If adopted, Proposition 1 would create the Technical Institution Infrastructure Fund and the Available Workforce Education Fund, according to a report from the House Research Organization, a nonpartisan agency in the Texas House of Representatives. If the measure were to be approved, the state would create an $850 million funding source for the Texas State Technical College. It is estimated that the Texas State Technical College would receive about $40 million per year in extra funding. That would certainly help, but it only solves part of the problem. Much of that money would go toward upgrades of outdated facilities and toward finishing repairs that had previously been deferred. A recent story by the Texas Tribune documented some of the challenges facing Texas State Technical College. Many students are taught in retrofitted classrooms that are either too hot, too cold, or that need urgent repairs. Supplies are kept outside and exposed to the elements because of the lack of storage inside. Moreover, students are trained using equipment that is past its usual lifespan. Finally, the school had to turn away approximately 500 prospective students because facilities for about 24 programs had reached their capacity limit. Texas State Technical College is hamstrung in a way that other colleges are not, and that it cannot levy taxes and raise bonds from those taxes. These revenues are used by other similar institutions to expand their campuses and update their facilities. According to the Tribune, Texas State Technical College has previously been entirely dependent on the legislature for funding, and that can fluctuate from session to session. Industry will be counting on tier institutions, including Texas State Technical College, to prepare the next generation of workers. Our economy depends on it. According to the state's estimates, an aging workforce and increased competition will lead to a demand for 7,000 plumbers, 4,500 HVAC technicians, and 10,000 electricians by the year 2030. Two-year institutions like ours will need support from government and industry to deliver on the promise of a quality education for all students. Election Day is November 4th, and the outcome of the amendment election is unclear. Off-year elections have notoriously low voter turnout, which makes predicting difficult. But Count Joe Arnold, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Governmental Relations at Texas State Technical College, as a definite yes on Proposition 1. Talking to the Tribune, he said, "That's the biggest thing that the endowment does for us. We will have a reliable source of income for capital projects and only for capital projects. That's the game changer." That is our show for today. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out on any episodes. Also, make sure to join TCCTA, and we will talk to you next time.